Hi everyone. So then, can you start it
Hey,
up?
it's on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so hey guys, we are back again, and this time, yeah, so we can't really move forward without talking about the mishap on Friday. So it was down to just technical difficulties, and we couldn't push the live through. And hopefully, if things work out, and if our schedule seems to come together, we'll be doing it on Saturday. Um, I don't know what the date is. It's 23rd, so Saturday should be okay. I can't do math between this, but yeah, it'll be this Saturday, this weekend. So I hope you guys still come back and give us a second chance because we are still all novices at this, and we hope to, improve upon what we built so far. So moving on to the game. The game was it could have been better. Like you can't fret when when your team scores 4 goals and just concede one. But I was still, still worried about the one we conceded. We could have avoided it, in my personal opinion. But yeah, a well-rounded performance. Benzema didn't look happy, which slightly got me worried. He didn't look happy. It's normal because he might have set up bigger standards for himself, and we should be all be accustomed to it. So, yeah, what did you guys think, man, about the game?
Okay.
Forward,
Let me just go first. I thought, when we did the mishap video and we're talking about Granada, I was like,
yeah,
I was a little bit apprehensive about how the game would go, and I think in the first half, towards the end, they really made it difficult for us. Uh,
hmm,
they really brought the game to us, and we conceded that goal, like you said, which we should have not. But I
yeah,
think towards the second half, the game was easier than
mm,
what I anticipated. And
mm,
especially, I think the third goal really killed Granada off. When
hmm,
Benzema took the ball, and I think their left back sort of caught a cramp and he couldn't track back. So I think that was
yeah,
a lucky break for us, and we scored a goal over there. And then the sending off, I think that guy was called Monchu, right? The
yeah,
Barca
Lucho.
kid, yeah. Yeah. So I think that goal sort of killed the game. And then Ancelotti, he took some players off, and the momentum was gone. It was just like damage control for them, and for us, it was like just see the game off.
Mm.
So I think it ended up being easy than what I anticipated it would be. What do you think, Farouk?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Actually, more. I think the goal was quite unfortunate, but I actually again to be honest, like up until that goal, like we were in cruise control actually. But then I think it's been a team, and also we've discussed it in previous episodes as well. Like we just have the tendency for someone just to lose the ball. And actually, maybe you guys can note. I think it's the same position Casemiro lost the ball in the previous match. It's very similar to where Vinicius lost the
About the
ball as
same,
well.
maybe 5 yards to the left. That's it.
So like that's just it. And then like Vinicius lost the ball, and then the deflection, and then Courtois was like wrong-footed. There was
You
nothing
know
he
what
could do.
that is? You know what? Who that I think is? I think it is the ghost of Makalele, who we banished from Real Madrid 15 years ago. Maybe
How
that's
many
why.
years, man? Nah, man. We've paid our dues, man. Have you forgotten the nights when Leon kept on knocking us out day, night after night, year after year? Like we've paid our we've paid our dues for that long time ago, man. Long time. But actually, about the match, like it was really good in the sense that I loved the fact that Modric and Cruz were like on form, and they actually dictated
Mm.
everything, and like just barring the goal in I think a spell of 10, 15 minutes, like actually Granada weren't in the game at all, and as just more testified, like we expected a much more difficult game, and it was I don't know, I just felt I felt they thought they could go toe to toe with the Madrid midfield, and unfortunately they met Cruz and Modric on their day. They thought maybe we are gonna get the old Modric, but unfortunately for them, we had
Yeah.
the Modric on form, and it was and the assist and the intelligence to set up uh, Vinicius for the goal was just perfect, man. It
You
was
made a
it was
very good point, Farooq. Sorry to cut you off, but when you said they expected Modric and Cruz to be their old selves, their recent shaky selves,
Yeah,
um,
exactly.
I think I think what they anticipated would be if they could close out. Like obviously they know Modric and Cruz doesn't have the legs anymore. So I think their game plan would have been to anticipate what they do and try to predict what they're going to do,
Yeah,
close off any potential passing lanes or like a lone man who they would try to pick and whatnot. They failed at it. Maybe if they tried to outrun and cover more areas of the pitch than what KCM was trying to do, maybe they would have done a better job. But they tried to anticipate what these guys are gonna do. And do you know what happens then? If people like if opposition teams, opposition midfields start second guessing where Modric is going to turn to, where Cruz is going to spray the long ball to, it's game over. It's basically game over then.
I thought
Yeah.
it was like very professional display from Real Madrid. It was like
Mm,
one of those games where you say it's like it was a professional display. Trying to seal the game off early. We got 2 goals,
yeah,
and at the
yeah,
beginning, it was like I thought it was a little tough for us, like to get into the rhythm because, like Farouk said, Winnie and Benzema they weren't really in form. In the
mm,
first
mhm,
half especially, and
yeah,
like Sinead, you said that Benzema wasn't really happy by the end of the game because he didn't get his goal or something. And
mm,
he just didn't feel like he was enjoying the game. When
no,
Benzema is really informed, you see his movements, the way he's moving around, and
yeah,
everything. Yeah, I didn't really see that. And towards the beginning, I think we really struggled. But then
mm,
we got the goal through Asensio, who I thought was our
yeah,
best player. In attack.
yeah.
Yeah,
For large
and
parts, yeah.
yeah, and then the second Nacho goal really eased it up for us. But
What a finish, man. What a finish, bro. Like, you need balls of steel to finish that. Like, that's
man.
some.
Rather than the finish, what a routine, man. Like really, it takes. I don't know how to put it, but like you can't try that unless like you're really, really confident in. I don't know, like in yourself, in the routine, in you're just feeling like, yeah, this is it. We can do this. We can execute this. Like it was a
Mm.
really, really cheeky movement, really.
Like, I
Like
want to brag about something. By the way, Farouk, since we are on this goal, like I've always felt right, like when I started watching football and then I slowly started getting into playing football as well. I haven't played football much, but I used to be playing cricket more. But when I used to play in midfield, and I used to score one-off goals, like very lucky fluke goals here and there,
yeah,
the most satisfying, even while playing, was the ones where it's not technique, it's not planning, it's just pure instinct. That's what Nacho's goal was like.
yeah,
He
yeah, I
didn't
agree with
think.
you.
He
I
just,
agree
he
with
just.
you.
That's what you call in Britain a tanta cunt. It's just proper, just put your laces through it, bury
yeah,
it. It's just
yeah.
Yeah, it
very
just reminds
satisfying.
me of one of the goals that I scored as well. Is like I was
Mm,
standing in front of the goalkeeper, no defenders between
yeah,
us, and the forward is ahead of the line. He just crosses and squares it back to you, and just all you have to do is just stick your foot out, and it will go into the net. Yeah,
yeah.
that the feeling is really you can't really
It's so
describe really.
satisfying. So
Yeah,
satisfying.
Yeah, but
yeah,
before we move on, man, so you mentioned Asensio, man, really. I personally really have given like Asensio the stick a lot, but like I felt like this season, okay, I wouldn't say he's like at the world class level, but like
Yeah.
he's performing to the sense that you can feel like, okay, this guy is good enough to play. I don't know
Mm,
if you guys get what I'm trying to say. Like, okay, he's not at that level, the world class level
no.
yet, but like I feel like he's getting back to his old self, like with
Mm,
confidence,
mm,
and not just this match, like the previous matches as well. Like he's actually been,
mm,
he's been improving and he's been getting back. I really don't know what like Carlo is doing with this guys because like we know like they all like Zidane and all that, but like you can see with Vinicius, with even to some extent with even the midfielders as well. You can just like
mm.
at these days, I just feel like Casemiro has lost a bit of the edge about. In the past, he was able to tackle and not get cards, continuously and commit fouls and get away with it. But I feel like these days that has reduced. Other than that, I feel like the players are like playing with a newfound confidence, and like that's not to shit on Zidane or anything. I just wonder what Carlo is doing with these guys, man. I don't know what you
New
guys think.
manager bounce, maybe. I don't know. Like, I don't think, like, I'm gonna be very honest in my assessment of what I've seen so far of Carlo. Like, I don't think he has um, the testicular fortitude, as people say, to be ballsy with his tactics. Like, I haven't seen that side yet. Maybe we haven't faced sterner tests, but I'm pretty certain that Zidane used to be really well drilled in what tactics he wanted to deploy on the pitch. So, um, from what I've heard and what I've read, Ancelotti's son, like he analyzes the game very well, and I think he's the guy who helps Carlo make crucial decisions. So yeah, like there is still time to go, and it's only merely caught away through the season. So yeah, I hope I'm wrong, and
Like
they
if
can
I can
beat.
add to the Asensio thing, I would just say, under Zidane, Asensio used to be asked to provide some width and put
Hmm.
some balls in from areas out wide. He used to get him to
Yeah,
play like a winger. What Ancelotti is doing, I think what he's done differently is like although
inside
Asensio
forward.
is starting on the right, he's given him freedom to come inside and occupy those
Mm.
central areas to
Yeah.
drop deep, and get his balls in from there because Asensio is really dangerous in those areas. But when you
Mm.
start sort of ask him to do those traditional winger duties, beat players with
Hmm.
pace and everything, I
Yeah.
think he really struggles with that. And another thing I think that Asensio has really done well this season is like
Mm.
he's pressuring up front. He's
Yeah.
defending better.
Yes.
I think that
Yes.
has really elevated his performance. The
Mm.
confidence that he has gained on defense is really
Mm.
helping him. And another thing that I noticed in the Granada game was like Asensio, he was really making those runs into the box, those second runs. He was being the second
Hmm.
body in the box and trying to get at the end of balls
The
to get
late
the
run,
balls
right? You
from.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
Mm.
those second runs, those late runs. He was trying to get into the box
Mm.
more. Yeah,
Mm.
if you have, I don't know if you have noticed something, but it's like whenever Benzema plays and whenever Rodrigo play, what they do is like
Mhm.
they tend to occupy those second striker positions together at the same time. So it's like
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
those players are at the same position, So
Mm.
there's no like the defenders know where they have to defend.
Yeah.
And with Asensio, what he's doing well is like he's occupying different areas compared to Benzema. So
Mm.
I think it's like it's creating doubt in minds of opposition defenders, and it's really helping our attack. The thing I think
That's.
about the thing I think
Mm.
about Ancelotti is like I don't know if you guys have read about it before, but it's like he always gives his players freedom in the final third, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think that has been an advantage for Asensio because I remember earlier in the season, Asensio's agent he came out and said that Ancelotti told Asensio that he's really going to allow him to play in the areas he dominates, and the best areas for
Mm.
Asensio are those cam areas or the second striker areas. And I think even
Mhm.
though he's starting out as a right winger, he tends to drift inside and occupy
Yeah.
those areas. So I think that's really helped his game. I don't know what
Actually,
you guys think
more
about it.
to your point, more actually, I think even if we can recall, like in the uh, essential breakout years, like in the first years under Zidane, actually then like because our fullbacks were like real like at the peak of their careers then.
Oh,
Like so, we
yeah.
actually didn't need width from the wingers most of the time. So if you could recall,
Mm.
also then he was like quite prolific also because just as Mo pointed out, like he doesn't occupy, he doesn't like try to occupy the positions like the natural winger occupies. Like he was kind
No.
of like a hybrid winger cam, as Mo just pointed out.
Inverted
So I
winger,
think that
people
was the
can say.
thing actually.
Mm.
So like the previous, like the last years of Zidane, I guess it's as you guys just pointed out, like because our wings were not functional, and then everyone just kept on disappointing from Bale to Hazard and all this. So you just needed to Asensio to provide the width, and that wasn't his natural game, I guess. So it was just let him just do something that he wasn't comfortable doing, and he was coming back from the injury, or long term
You know
injury, and
what
all
I?
that.
Sorry to cut you off, Farouk. Like that's a very good point. Like when you took us back to Zidane's stint. The thing is, what I thought was Zidane Zidane's tactics and Zidane's wing backs were very crucial to his game plan. Like they
Yeah,
provided the most width they could to help us move up the pitch. So with Asensio. Like if you guys recall, like Zidane was the guy who gave him his first start, who trusted
Sure,
him
sure.
everything and whatnot. So even after there's a pre-injury Asensio, and there's a post-injury Asensio. So uh, when he came back from the injury, I think Zidane still stuck to his game plan and thought that even though it was a major injury, like even though he might take his time getting back to his old stride, he can still bomb down the pitch. Like
Yeah,
Carlo did the right thing by understanding that it's not going to happen again because he has lost his legs clearly. Like he has lost a good 3-4 yards of pace that he used to have like a couple of years ago. So I think that's what like made Asensio a revelation so far this season.
Yeah, I think that and plus his utilization on defense is really helping our team out because
Mm,
Vinicius
yeah.
and Benzema they're not really that good at defending. Vinicius, he can put a shift in, he can track back, and he can do everything, but he can't press like
Mm,
Vinicius does. And I'm sorry, Asensio does. And I also
mm,
think that it is not in our best interests to have Vinicius defend more because he's
no.
our main attacking outlet on counters, right? Those long
Yeah.
balls from Courtois behind the opposition right back and Vinicius attacking
Hmm.
those areas. I think that attack is really 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 helpful for us. And if we can take off some defensive duties from
Mm,
Vinicius and Asensio
mm,
can put in a shift like he is doing
yeah.
defensively, I think that's really helpful for us. And I think one thing that Carlo does well, and he did it
Mm,
even in his last tenure here, was organizing a defense.
mm,
Initially, when he came back this time, I think he was trying to get some players to press high, and it wasn't
yeah.
really working. So I think
No.
it was, if I recall correctly, it was the first game against Shakhtar that he really went for a no. Yeah, I think it was around that time when he
Hmm.
went into a two lines of four with
Hmm.
whenever whoever
yeah.
is
It
the
was the
right back,
Shakhtar game. Exactly, it was the
yeah,
Shakhtar game. It was the
whoever
Shakhtar
is
game.
the right winger, they drop back and they make a line of four in the midfield.
Yeah,
I think that has
Hmm.
really been helpful for us again because I don't think high press really works to this Madrid because
No.
our
Because you don't have the
players,
legs to track back, man. Once you
yeah,
lose the ball.
yeah, and I don't know what's happened with Casemiro, but like he's really not been that good positioning himself in stopping
Mm,
counterattacks of late.
yeah,
mm,
Yeah, so I think with two lines of four, with Casemiro having the freedom to move around and to attack whoever has the ball to pressure them in midfield, it's really helped us. And
mm,
with this game against Granada, I think what Carlo did was like he asked Casemiro to defend more and to cover for whichever center back went forward. Like
mm, mhm.
Alaba, he moves out a lot. So
Yeah. You do.
Carlo
Yeah.
got Casemiro to cover for him in this game,
Mm,
and he gave
mm,
Modric the freedom to move forward. And Modric's ability to make those, how do I say it? Those runs that are not tracked by anybody. He
yeah.
would make those deceptive runs and just get into positions, and I think that
Mm.
really helped us against Granada.
Talking about Modric, man, we gotta talk about that second goal. That was a picture perfect set piece routine. Like like things that are made of dreams. Basically, if you can pull it off. If when it comes off, the pass from Cruz to Modric, Modric back to Cruz, Cruz cutting it in to Nacho, that was really satisfying. Like I hope we score more of those because when was the last time you watched a perfect set piece routine?
Yeah,
Maybe in Zidane's heyday, managing Real Madrid. That was a good 2 years ago.
I think
So
in that second goal, something that we really need to acknowledge is the fact that Granada got their positioning wrong. Especially, I think he was Puertas, their number 10.
yeah,
He sort of
hmm
played Nacho on side. Otherwise, if he had it,
yeah, yeah, yeah. He didn't know
yeah,
that. He didn't know that.
yes,
But
it's
even then, bro, like even then, man, like we create our own luck. Yeah, there was
yeah,
a
definitely,
pure lapse
definitely, definitely.
on the end, but
Like, although we need to acknowledge that, but I still think it was a wonderful goal. Nacho's finish,
mm,
like you said, was exquisite. It's like one of
mm,
those, very satisfying when the ball hits the back of
yeah,
the net, and
yeah.
all that you did was like react on instinct. So I
mm,
think it was a brilliant goal for Nacho.
absolutely. Absolutely. Third goal, guys. Third goal.
Yeah, third goal. Do you guys remember the post that was made on the subreddit regarding Vinicius telling Benzema to? I don't know if you guys saw that post.
Yeah,
Did you?
to give the ball to Modric. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that. I saw that.
What did you guys think about it?
I saw that. Like,
Brilliant
I think,
thinking. Fucking thinking. Got a bigger mouth, man. Like, I don't think Vinicius 2 years ago would have said anything, you know, let alone made a gesture pointing at Modric. That was brilliant. Brilliant. Like,
it was
Modric.
actually. It was one of those moves that Mo was talking about, like where no one picks up Modric actually. But actually, it was a good move from Vinicius in the sense that Vinicius just like made himself a magnet for the defenders and like
Yeah.
sort of left Modric just empty. And like the
Mhm.
back heel to rather the cut back to Vini was quite nice actually for
Modric is so
empty.
cheeky, you know. Like, if I was defending against Modric and he pulled that on me, I'd be like, you cheeky bastard, you know, like, how dare you? How dare you? Like, how he, just puts it on a plate. So easy, right? So easy on the
Yeah,
eye.
so easy.
I remember one of the guys online. I don't know. I forgot the commentator's name, but he was like, if I was Modric, I would have shot that. But Modric, he really pulled one out of the bag. Just cutting it back to Vinicius, totally
Yeah.
confusing the defenders and everything. And
That was the
I
best decision because if he shot, like, I don't think it's 100% going in.
Yeah, exactly. It
yeah,
was a very tight
that
angle
is
actually.
true. That is true.
Mm.
But
Actually,
no,
yeah,
go
yeah,
on
move
first.
on. Actually, I was gonna go off topic a bit. I was gonna say like, you guys watch on ESPN or what?
Oh, okay. I sometimes watch ESPN when I'm
ESPN.
having dinner and getting bored.
Well, like I
I
okay.
pirated streams. So
Like not to shit on ESPN, but man, like when we got used to watching Ray Hudson and Ben Sport, man, that was fantastic, man. The commentary, like
I
the lyrics on Modric, on Marcelo, on Isco, but
lyrics
now
is
you just
fine.
go and you watch the ESPN and the guys are just like, yeah, it's Modric
The
and not
words,
Benzema.
bro. I get the poetic, the poetic stuff and whatnot. But that guy streaming, man. I mean, screaming, not streaming. Screaming is annoying. Like, Ray Hudson is a nuisance. Like, you can't watch the
Nah,
game.
man.
My brother, he loves Ray Hudson. I don't know why,
Man, that's
but I
poetry in motion, man. The man is a living poet, man.
but
Do you know who's the actual living poet? It's Peter Drury, bro. Like, it's not Ray Hudson.
Yeah, but
Not by
Peter
any
Drury,
stretch.
like this, Peter Drury is like he's a man for the moment, Like he's a
Yeah.
man for the moment. He can, how can I
But
say, he can
but this guy
create.
gets excited like a couple of weeks ago. I hate that. No.
Nah, man. The guy was, anyways,
like
man. It is
like
what it
like
is.
to be honest, I don't really like Ray Hudson. I'm just gonna be honest here. I don't really like
He's
him.
a good commentator. He knows what he's doing. He's very experienced. Like, he's an old head.
The
Like,
only, the only reason I don't like Ray Hudson, I find him like he has a Barca bias. He's always like Messi this, Messi
yeah.
that, Messi this, Messi
But
that.
man, the man loves Marcelo to hell, man. He loves Marcelo. He
No,
loves
Marcelo.
Modric. Yeah, of
Couple
course.
of
I think
yeah.
eventually he has a bias. That's true. You can deny that. Like you can obviously see that. But like, man, the commentary of that man was poetic, man.
But
Really. I
Do you know?
who I hated more than Ray Hudson was the other guy, Phil Shane, who used to come
Yeah, he was saying,
alongside
yeah,
of
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I
yeah,
hated
Bro,
that
yeah.
guy. I hated that
he is
guy.
an absolute he's an absolute tool. He just sits there. Yes, that's right. You go Hudson. That's his whole agenda. Yeah.
You could see that he hated Real Madrid. But anyway, coming back to ESPN commentators, the one who once I get to know that this guy is commentating, I want to turn
Mhm.
the commentary off. Is Sebastian Salazar? I don't know if you guys know him
Oh,
Yeah,
on
Sven
ESPN.
Salazar. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
well, I was like that guy's annoying. That guy is really annoying.
even
I,
Stuart Robson. I don't know who the heck employs these guys, man. Like, what has they
Actually, I
done?
think on ESPN, like the decent commentator, I think is Derek Ray. There is Derek Ray. Actually, I
Derek Ray
think.
is good.
yeah,
Derek Ray is good. Derek Ray
Derek
I
is
Ray
think
is
good.
he's
good.
the.
The other guy, Ian Dark, the BBC
Ah,
guy.
yeah,
He's
Ian
very
Dark.
good.
Ian Dark
Even
also is
he's
good.
even good. But like for the people who play FIFA, Stuart Robson and Derek Ray are on the
Oh,
FIFA or on FIFA 22.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
they're
I
shit.
have
They're
seen this
shit.
as well. But actually, I feel like
Derek Ray is
this
good.
is like, for example, you can see even like on the from ESPN also the pundits also like commentate. Like for example, they give also like Ali Moreno to commentate.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
mean,
That
why
guy.
should someone like Ali Moreno commentate for God's sake? Like, I think it's unfair on him, man. Like, really, they shouldn't give him that job. Because like he's contracted to them, he can say no. So that's just it. Like it's his job, but like he's not just suited for the job, man.
I think Adam Moreno is somebody who shits on whoever is down. Like when Real Madrid wasn't having a good time, he used to really take it out on us. And now that Barcelona is down, he cannot stop, making fun of Barcelona.
That's
the main
like
reason. To be honest, like the EFC and FC crew, like if not because they're on ESPN, like they're like a bunch of amateurs, man. Really. Okay, like we have like some people like Sid Lowe, like Sid is like a well-respected journalist, like I don't know, the Italian guy, Gab Marcotti, the French guy, Julien Laurent. Like, okay, this guy's
Gab Marcotti. That guy once upon, like, I think when we beat Atlanta, he was so mad. He's like, before the game, he's like, Atlanta are going to beat Real Madrid. And then at the end of the day, Real Madrid beat Atlanta. In Atlanta, it was like, I think 1-0, Mendy scored. And he was so mad. He was like, well, who the hell is Hugo Duro? And, is it 1 star or what? That was really funny to see his whole meltdown. But, I was gonna like actually tweet at him when Hugo Duro scored against I think was it Atleti? Yeah, Atleti, right? 2 goals.
Yeah.
I was gonna look at, but it was really funny watching his meltdown after Atlanta lost, and he really has that Italian Serie A bias whenever Juve are losing or whatever happens. But the thing about him is like he's a big Carlo fan. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Yes, he is.
Because he's Italian,
actually,
right?
I watch a lot of Gab Marcotti, actually. I watch because like he has a podcast together with Julien Laurent, the French guy. So I watch the Gabs and Jules podcast a lot.
I actually think Julien Laurent is decent.
He's a cool guy. Really, he's a decent guy, actually. Except when it comes to Paris and Ligue 1, that's when he becomes also. Well, actually, you can understand his bias.
Paris. Fuck ESPN. So on to the third goal, boys. The fourth goal.
Just talking about the third goal, I thought it just highlighted my point about Modric making those deceptive runs into the box. Trying to slip through defenders. That was his experience. That was when his experience really came to the fore. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about the third goal.
So more like fingers crossed, man. Like I hope Carlo. Someone mentioned Carlo. Like I didn't pay it much attention because like once we went 4-up, it was a bore, and I was between some stuff. So someone mentioned on the subreddit that Carlo made all the available substitutions. Was it all the available 5 substitutions, or was it all the available substitution slots? If you guys can.
I think he subbed in Vallejo and he got in Isco.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think it was all 5.
All 5, eh?
Yeah.
Who else was there?
Because
Rodrigo.
Like, there was Jovic, right?
Yeah, Jovic, Rodrigo.
Camavinga.
Rodrigo.
Did he bring on Camavinga?
Camavinga is a dog. I think Camavinga came on, right?
Camavinga came on together with Jovic, I guess, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Camavinga, Jovic, Isco, and I think then Rodrigo came before because he replaced Vinicius, and Vallejo was the last one. Yeah, I think he used all the slots and he used all the subs.
Yeah, he used all the slots and all the subs.
Yeah, what do you guys think about the Isco controversy?
Yeah, actually, I was actually gonna say that as well. Like, I read he refused to warm up and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I was really confused about what he was trying to do there. It's like as soon as he comes back from warming up, I think Davide Ancelotti, he wanted him to warm up more. But he blew him off. He goes, he takes off his training jersey and everything, gets ready for the game, and he just went and stood there kind of like he forced a substitution. And even Carlo, he just didn't go and talk to him straight away. But then later on, he went and said something to him and brought him on. So I don't really know how to feel about Isco, because somebody on the sub was saying that this is the second time he's done it. He did it to Zidane as well, like previously. So I don't know.
Yeah,
what to feel about
I actually
Isco.
do remember. Yeah, I remember. I also remember Zidane control. Actually, I feel like I don't know, man. Like Isco is a man whose time is up, man. Like it's just I don't know.
Up?
Like his time is up.
Up
really, I love Isco really so much, but unfortunately, like. It's just not okay. I shouldn't say it's not worked out, because like in 2017, like I feel like a lot of players would give a lot just to have the season he had in 2017. But like, man, his time is up, man. That's just it. So he's
The
just
thing is, man,
doing.
the thing is, 10, 15 years ago, these guys used to smoke and come play football, right? Like training and fitness and everything was just
Yeah,
secondary. Sports
yeah,
science developed so much over the past decade, and now it's focus of attention. Those guys used to get away with it because they were Zidane, they were Ronaldinho.
yeah,
They could glide across the pitch. Isco can do quarter of what they would do, what these legends would do in their prime, and he thinks he can get away with shit like this, especially against the people who gave him a career to begin with. Zidane and Ancelotti made Isco what he is today.
I
Any
think
of you
that's
guys
true. I think
disagree with
that's
that?
true. No, no, I agree
nah,
with that.
man, nah.
I think the only reason he got his move to Madrid was because Zidane really pushed for him.
Yeah,
Mm.
Before the summer Ancelotti came here, and I was kind of angry when they sold Ozil to accommodate Isco.
Me too,
yeah,
man. Oh
man.
my god. I remember Ozil's departure. Like, even though I supported Arsenal, like I didn't want Ozil to just take a downgrade, you know.
Oh man,
I
how do you
remember
live
him
with
like
ourselves
getting
supporting
the
Arsenal?
That's what I was like.
yeah.
What kind of loser
Let's talk
supports
about it.
Arsenal, man? Like, really, for God's sake, man.
Let's not talk about it. So yeah. Um fuck Isco for the meanwhile. Casemiro, man. The assist for Mendy's goal.
Oh man,
That was a peach.
yeah,
Really good.
definitely,
Really good.
definitely. Casemiro is always confusing to me because whenever you ask him to play out from the back, he can't even make short passes, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
But put him in the final third and he pulls out,
Oh my
absolute
God. His
stunners.
combination for the other goal that day, a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
I don't even
yeah.
remember
I think
who.
it was Donetsk, Shakhtar.
Oh yeah, against Shakhtar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think he's even done that. No, no, no. That was Jovic. No. So yeah,
Mm.
he does that routinely. He'll pull out absolute stunners in the final third. But when you ask him to start to play from the back, he's like he can't play football. you
Yeah.
know.
Once
And
once
and
he's pressed. Mm.
and then when it comes to long passes and everything, his
Yeah.
long passes are really absolutely spot on.
yeah,
And I
Mm.
remember when he was at Porto, he was really good at long shots and free kicks. And
yeah.
even at
Exactly.
Madrid, like
Yeah,
he scored some long range stunners. So
The
it's not
goal against
confusing to me.
Napoli, I'll never forget it.
exactly.
Yeah,
Out from the
Napoli,
sky, he plucked
Juventus
the
in the
ball out of
final
the hand.
also.
yeah, that goal was in my mind, the Napoli one, when I was talking
Mm.
about his long range shots. But the thing is, like, as soon as you put somebody around him to pressure him, I don't know what
Mm.
happens to him. He can't really pass the
Yeah,
ball.
he loses it.
So I think towards at the beginning of the season, Ancelotti was trying to involve him more in the offensive build-up, building out from the back.
Hmm.
But of late, he's really taken those duties off from him. I don't know
Mm.
how you guys interpreted that.
In my opinion, Casemiro, the reason behind Casemiro's effectiveness in the attacking third is partly down to him. He definitely has a knack for showing up. And also, it is the opponents kind of underestimating. This guy's not going to do much. What is this truck going to do? That's probably what their thinking would be. Um, but the thing is, we would still need like late runs from midfield, man. Like Modric and Cruz can't do it
I I
much.
think that's what Carlo changed in the game against Granada. He gave
Mm.
Modric the freedom to play in the final third, and he sort of held Casemiro back. I think
Yeah.
I don't know if Modric can do that every game though. I'm not
No,
sure.
it worked against Granada, but say we are playing Liverpool, no chance.
Yeah, against
No.
Liverpool, we can always ask Vinicius to attack.
Nah, man,
Yeah,
cause Liverpool trust Arsenal 4-0. The man is calling Liverpool, man.
The thing is, Arteta, he riled up the cop. Like once you're in Anfield, you should do your best to shut up the cop, the people. And this guy goes and riles up Jurgen Klopp, the cop, and these guys go mad. And yeah, everything after that is a red blur. I don't want to talk about it, so let's forget it. So some interesting stats, boys, from the Granada game. Real Madrid have scored 32 goals in 13 La Liga games. Only Sevilla come close with 23 goals. 32 goals in 13 La Liga games. That
I
is a
think Sevilla.
substantial. Hmm.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
to your point, I think that's really a substantial improvement from previous seasons. But I think
Yeah.
Sevilla are going to struggle to score goals going forward because En-Nesyri he's out injured again.
Exactly.
Like he
Yeah.
was already injured, so I think all they have for attack is Rafa Mir, who hasn't exactly lived up,
Yeah.
and
But he's a
and
promising striker. I like Rafa Mir.
yeah,
He's good.
I do like him. He was really good for Huesca, but I don't think he has really performed for Sevilla. You know.
Sevilla is a step up. He'll eventually come through.
Yeah,
Like
but
it's Sevilla. They don't invest unless they see something. They're very meticulous. With
yeah,
Yeah.
what
that is true. That is definitely true. But I think Sevilla they won't have En-Nesyri, I think, who is their main striker, and then they lose Munir for the Cup of African Nation, the African Nations.
Even El Nesiri also goes to the African Cup nation if he's fit.
Yeah, but like En-Nesyri, I think he's out for the cup as well, African Cup as
we
well.
have Sevilla next weekend, right?
Sorry.
We have Sevilla next weekend, right?
Yeah, Sevilla is next week, and I think Sevilla is also missing out on Jesus Navas. I think he's also out injured.
Oh, he's a
So
massive man. He's a massive
yeah,
man.
so I think Sevilla's defense is really good, but I don't know how their attack is going to fare going forward.
Let's save the Sevilla stuff for next week. Also, moving on to the other stats, boys. 20 of our 28 squad players in 21-22 have scored or assisted at least one goal so far. But the only guy who didn't, surprise, Militao.
Yeah.
Oh, Jovic, I thought. Did
I think
Jovic?
Jovic had an assist for Benzema.
Wow.
In that
Militao.
Espanyol game.
We had a big debate,
Ah.
remember, Farooq, about Militao? Like he gets into such good positions and
Yeah,
he
I
comes.
remember. I watched that video.
Actually,
Oh,
wasn't
Yeah,
it? I think it was the Mallorca game we had 0-0 and like Militao had like a couple of good headers he missed, even if I'm not mistaken.
Um,
I'm not sure, but it seems like it's the
no,
I think
Mallorca.
it was
probably
Villarreal, bro.
Osasuna.
It was
Villarreal.
Yeah.
Villarreal
Okay.
Osasuna. Both. Both.
Okay, because like Mallorca we scored like pretty early.
Yeah.
They had a mess up and we scored on
Yeah.
the fifth minute.
Okay. Yeah. You're right. Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad.
Militao needs to step up, man. Like we need people to win those headers and most importantly put them away. And
Like
set pieces.
I
Go
remember
on.
you guys debate on Militao and his ability to at least get into position. I like for me it was just that at least he gets into positions where he can win headers, right? And he's our
Mm.
only defender who can win headers. So I think that's a good thing. Sometimes, yeah, probably he's not scoring goals, but that's not his job. It's not. You
Yeah,
can't really
bro.
blame him for that.
Like I wouldn't slate him for it. Like he is my center back. He is a future leader. Like I want him to do well. But the thing is, in one of games when all the chips are down and it's down to one half chance here or there to nick the game, him missing that crucial chance puts pressure
Yeah.
on his teammates. He needs to bury it. That's the only thing. Put it away.
I think,
Yeah.
him missing half chances of set pieces, like, obviously it's a great help if you have a center back who can score goals, like, with Ramos and Pepe and everybody.
My point
But the thing
precisely.
is,
You guys got used to so much good players, and now you want everyone to be world class.
Obviously, man, this is not Arsenal. Okay, I can accept shit at Arsenal.
no, but I think the thing is like in those close games, I want our attackers to step up more than Militao.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then there are some games.
The good thing actually now is that we score different profile of goals. Like in the past, you could just see the only thing was okay. You get the ball to someone, cross it, Benzema heads it in, or something. But now, like we have like different arsenals, and we have different ways, different profiles. Like we can, just run through. We can build up. So I think that's a good thing actually. With slicky touches and what is not. And actually, even we scored from the set pieces, but even without heading the natural goal. So I think it's a good thing and a bad thing together because we need to get those headers in as well.
But I think the point that you guys made about scoring from set pieces is really good, because I think at the end of when the league is done, these missed chances or these scored set piece goals, they can really make a difference between first and second. So Sunil, what other stats do you have for us?
Another big stat, Vinicius, man. 15 goals plus assists.
Yeah, his output has
He
really increased this year, right?
he has actually, he just, what he did at the in the beginning of the season. I think he printed off a big canvas of his memes,
Yeah,
then
the
crumbled
headline
them,
from
pushed them together,
the
set it
headline
up.
from
That's what he did. That's what he did. So I'm really
you know
proud of him. Man.
the funny thing is like the today somebody made a post on the subreddit. I think it was the Ice Fox X5. So
Uh-huh.
they made a post of goal scorers for Real Madrid, combined goals plus
Right.
assists after
Right.
Ronaldo left, and somehow Vinicius has snuck up to second. You know, Uh,
Oh
before the
my
season,
God.
we could have bet that he would have been in the lower positions. But now, right now, he's second. And I was like, oh my god, this guy is having such a great season, and he's already
My
up
friends,
to.
the people that I grew up with, they used to always consider me very harsh on the players that I support. I wouldn't show it outside, but when they watch the games with me and then I rant and they say, "You're too harsh, man. Vinicius and all these guys, they're young players, they need time and whatnot." To be honest, I was very in caught up in half mind because I wouldn't necessarily call Vinicius last season and the first season as promising. Like there were signs that he could do stuff, but I never truly thought that he could put those quality moments of brilliance into stats. And this is where he's excelling so far this season. So may long it continue, man. Like we need all the help we can get. Benzema is getting old. When he's off his game, you see how much we lack going forward. And Vinicius is the man stepping up. Big ups to him, man.
Every
Like,
game, I'm really scared these days. What
You
happens to
also need ain't you
Vinicius?
older than Benzema though?
huh?
Sorry.
You also need ain't you older than Benzema? You're saying Benzema is getting old, man. If Benzema is getting old, you're a grandfather then, I guess.
Benzema, bro, Benzema, let's be honest, he doesn't have 5 years of top flight football left in him. And 5 years is a very short period in football. Things can change a lot. And you may never know, man. So yeah, that's the whole
Yeah,
nother
yeah,
Anyways,
episode.
man,
that's
back to your point actually
Episode.
about Vinicius United. Actually, what happens is this, like, you were
Mm,
saying you're a harsh support. I think it's not like you're not harsh on the players. It's just like this is the expectation. The point is, as long as you're on the field, you have to
mm,
deliver. So, like,
yeah,
I'm also the kind of person who doesn't believe in age or something like this. As long as this guy is good enough, he should play over the more
yeah.
experienced guys. So, actually, that's
Even
what I
from
also had with
17.
Vinicius. It
Yeah.
was the same thing. I was like, what if like I don't care if he's 17 or if he's 5 or if he's 100. The point is,
Mm,
why would you beat 5 defenders and go in front of the post and kick the ball to a throw in, for God's sake?
yeah,
Like, it
yeah.
was so bad and it was so shit. But really,
Mm,
like, there's this famous line of Jurgen Klopp. He says, like, we have to
mm,
go from doubters to believers. Like,
yeah.
literally, Vini has made me from a doubter. Man, even if he becomes shit till the end of the season, man, for just this first few weeks, man, I'm really, really so, because at least he shows me that there is something there. But in the past, like, I
Yeah.
was always wondering, like, could this guy eventually, as you said, like, turn all this flashiness into stats? But like
Hmm.
now, I know, okay, like, he can do it. Maybe then he goes on a bad run of form or something happens. But I know, okay,
yeah.
this guy has the capability to take to go to the next level, to take the next step. So at least for
Yeah.
now, like, I'm just, yeah, obviously we need him to do it for the whole year. But like,
There is
for
still
now,
gears to go for Vinicius. There is still gears to go. I feel like he has a couple more gears to go to really get to where he wants him to be at. Because he was recently interviewed, I think yesterday, or was it last night or something? And I read that, yeah, like I used to be the meme. Now I live with the meme, and I still know I'm way far off where I want to be. So I'm just
Yeah, I was
aspiring to
yesterday.
work towards it.
sure,
That's what he said.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think it was on El Larguero or something. So
yeah.
regarding Vinicius, I think I was a little bit different from you guys because I sort of always believed in this guy because the thing is like Vinicius at every
I
level has
couldn't.
always scored. Before he came to
Mm.
Madrid, he like even I think he was the top scorer in the under 17 World Championship. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so I had faith that this sometime this guy was going to step up, but I didn't think
Mhm.
like I never assumed took him for a scorer like Cristiano or Mo Salah or something like that. I thought maybe he'll be like a Sterling, scoring 10, 15 goals a season, but
Mm-hmm.
his development this season really has like pleasantly surprised me.
More, let
So
me quickly add something. Sorry for interrupting. Actually, I feel maybe the reason why I personally felt this was because you could remember, like, the season when Vinicius came out, it was a season after Cristiano left.
yeah.
And like literally everything was shit other than Benzema, if you guys could recall. So I guess that's why like the pressure was there, like, okay, like we need this guy to do something. Like we need someone to. I think maybe that was why I was just like, okay, this cannot, because the point is you come from Cristiano and then all what he was doing, and then unfortunately someone thought it was a good idea to give the 7 to some. Being
Mariano.
like, when I
Let's
remember, I
not
just
get it
laughed, like
twisted.
giving 7 to
Mariano is a
Cristiano.
better number 7 than Eden Hazard, guys. Let's agree upon that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just felt maybe that was the reason why I was personally harsh on Vini, because I was like, looking for someone to step up to, at least show some things and all that. But I felt maybe if Vinicius had come through, like, similar to Asensio, like when Cristiano was firing, fit and firing, when Madrid were at the, peak, maybe it would have been easier for him to integrate into the team and eventually, develop into the person we're seeing these days. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that sentiment. But even when Vinicius was like not scoring, he really got some important goals, especially against, was it Barcelona? Yeah,
El
when the
Clásico.
when the Cruz was giving him directions, go that way,
Yeah.
go that way.
Yeah,
So
man.
yeah, I think even then he got some really good goals against Barcelona, Liverpool. So
Yeah.
I thought that we needed to have
He,
some patience with the guy.
let's
Actually, I
not
feel
talk
the
about.
Liverpool game was the game where Vinicius came to life. Sorry,
He
Sharif,
came to
for
Yeah,
life because
interrupting.
of
definitely,
Ozan Kabak.
definitely.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He came to life because of Ozan Kabak, bro. They were missing
I,
Allison. They were missing Matip. They were missing.
Nah,
I,
man, it was a good game. Yeah, it was a
I'm
good
not
game.
gonna I'm not going to lay the blame on Ozan Kabak because I think the guy who really mattered most. If you see the game, the dude didn't know what he was doing, whether he was defending
Well,
or
actually, for
attacking.
the team, what happened was this: like with Trent, it was like last season was a very shitty season because like Trent needed the midfielders to cover him up, and like last
Yeah.
season, like literally the midfielders were defenders, and like there was no one to. Because the truth is, like, Trent is like, I think he's just Marcelo. Really, I just feel like he's Marcelo, but like with less skills. Like Marcelo is like with the Brazilian flair, but like he's just like, yeah, let's just say
You
Marcelo.
shouldn't let any Liverpool fans hear you say that.
But no, man, they should be happy. I'm comparing Marcelo to like, oh my
Yeah.
god,
You
what is
can't compare.
Alexander Arnold, man?
That's a stuff with EPL people, man. Like the English Premier League guys, they have a huge hard on for their own players, their own league, whatever
No,
they do
man,
inside
it's a
England.
British team, man. It's not an EPL team. It's a British team, man. They
Yeah,
oversell and
I
overhype their
I
players,
hear
man.
that.
Because the
I
truth is,
read
like,
some.
to be honest, like, okay, we're going off point here, but to be honest, I keep wondering who on earth decided to make Harry Maguire the captain of Manchester United. Like, I just sit and like try to. I can't even I can't even digest it. Like, I feel like, wow, how is that even possible?
Do you
Think
know
about Harry.
he has the forehead this size, yeah? He
Slab
has
head, huh?
forehead.
Slab head.
Uh,
Okay, let me just add this about Harry Maguire. It's like he was really good at Leicester. He was
Why
really,
are we
really good at
giving
Leicester.
this slab head airtime, man? This is unacceptable, bro.
But more like he was
Okay,
good at Leicester.
anyways.
I'm not denying that Harry Maguire is good at Leicter. But the point is, I'm saying what I'm trying to point out here is that he hasn't shown us enough to come into a
Yeah.
team like Manchester United and be the captain. To be honest, like if Van Dijk
I
had
think
become the captain of
the
Liverpool,
issue.
I think no one would say shit because like he showed that I can do this on the biggest stage.
Yeah.
I
Do you
think
know?
the issue with United is the defensive scheme. Like they have really, their players don't track back.
Do you know
Only
what
the
happened?
defender is expected.
Ole got intimidated by Harry Maguire's slab head and his jawline. He was like, "You go, mate. You're the captain now. You know, lead our team." It's just a joke.
Okay,
Anyways, talking
let's get
lightly.
back to Granada.
Yeah, I think
Um,
Granada or Sheriff, I guess. Or are we moving on?
Yeah,
Or we're still
yeah,
on
we are moving
Granada?
on to Sheriff. One small mention before we do. This is very interesting as well. Real Madrid are unbeaten in the last 32 La Liga games where Dani Carvajal has played. So
That stat is to be expected. Danny Carvajal is the best right back in the world. That's my opinion.
he, I think he might not be the best at this moment. He was definitely when we won our
For
like.
for me, even at this moment, like when fit Danny
At
Carvajal
this
is the best
moment,
right
I
back.
would say that he's the most well balanced right back in the world. He
Okay.
is the perfect balance between offense and defense. Like he knows what he's doing, man. I hope he still
Definitely.
has his, like extra tank of energy that he hides for the latter stages of UCL, and he remains fit. We need to keep this guy fit. Wrap him in a bubble wrap, like build some, I don't know, those Cyro sleep stuff or something that people use in space. Like, just
Yeah.
lock him up, like after every game or something. This guy needs to stay fit. If he doesn't, Nacho at right back is a fix for the short term and wouldn't help us in the knockouts. Absolutely.
Danny Carvajal should go and talk to LeBron James and get one of these futuristic technologies. LeBron
Yeah,
has those
man.
futuristic tanks to recover and everything. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that would help Danny. But yeah, like
Man,
getting back to the point, I think Carvajal is like, I think he's one of the most important players for our team.
exactly.
Because when he's injured, we
Really,
really struggle.
yeah, yeah.
He is the future captain, He is very vocal. He never hides. That's what I love about Carvajal when he broke through. Even I was very skeptical after his first stint in the Bundesliga that he was suddenly called back. And who is this kid? Like, I used
Yeah.
to hear that he was doing well in Germany, but
I was actually disappointed with Mourinho because he never gave Carvajal a chance because of his fight with, I think, Alberto Toril or someone. I think that was the guy who
mm,
was coaching Castilla back then. So,
mhm,
yeah,
mhm.
he didn't really give a shot to Carvajal, and Carvajal had to go to Leverkusen. But I think I really expected big things from him when he came back because I
Our
really
right
rated his
backs during Mourinho's last year was who?
Arbeloa.
Arbeloa?
Arbeloa, yeah,
Arbeloa,
Arbeloa
sometimes
and
it was Essien.
yeah, Essien
It
was
was a
backing up.
travesty.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God. Anyways,
Okay, do
let's
you
get
guys want to
on.
move on to Sheriff now?
Yeah, absolutely, man. We
Okay.
are almost 40 minutes in.
Yeah, I think we're recording for 53 minutes.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay,
Let's
yeah.
Okay.
do a quick scan of what our mighty giant killers, the David v. Goliath stuff, heroes from Northern Moldova, what they have been up to. They are second in the league with 3 games remaining.
Yeah.
Sheriff Tiraspol is not to be underestimated,
There's
guys. They
they're
might be
second.
part-time. Hmm?
They're second.
Yeah, they're second with 3 games remaining and a point behind. They are second in their league.
Do they have a game in hand or something?
3 games in hand.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, that's the reason why.
Like if I'm being honest, the Moldovan league is like Sheriff plays in a proper stadium, and the rest everybody plays in a cow patch. So the
Yeah,
fact that
yeah, yeah,
the fact that they're behind was like kind of shocking to me, honestly.
yeah. You know how? Let's not get into communism and the Russians and whatnot. I don't want to get killed. I
Yeah,
still
because
have long
like
aspiration.
yeah, there's a lot of political aspect to Sheriff Tiraspol, but I think yeah, but
I
if
still
we
want
should
to
skip over it.
go to the Bernabeu, bro. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, Sheriff shouldn't be underestimated, man. They are
Definitely
good.
not.
They are good. These guys know how to get the job done.
Their
They're not
biggest strength is our biggest weakness. Like
well,
these guys, their biggest strength is they'll sit back, defend, and hit on the counter, and we can't really play
yeah.
against teams that counter us.
We know what they're gonna do. We're literally watching what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Yet we can't figure out, like a solution to that. It's maddening. Um,
Definitely,
they have their own Cristiano. They have their own version of Traore. It's all slick and
Cristiano is left back, right?
yeah, I think yeah.
And
He's
Kaur is a striker.
yeah,
Adama. Yeah.
striker
Okay.
winger. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And the
Because
guy who's hmm, go on.
go on, go on.
No. The guy who scored the goal, man, against Courtois. That guy might be a legend for them forever. Like he can tell their kids, grandkids about how he managed to pull that off at the Bernabeu.
Second one? Second one?
The second one. I forgot his name.
Sebastian Thiel, I
Sebastian Till.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I remember. I'll never forget it. It was so sublime, so sweet that our poor giraffe, he was caught looking at the trees. I hope it doesn't happen again. I hope it doesn't
You know,
happen again, man.
the thing is, like when they were playing against Inter, and I think they scored against Inter, I was like, these guys, um, they really can't be stopped. As worried that these guys are really
Because they
going
have
to
nothing to
do it.
lose, man. Like I've been there myself, as an underdog. It's so easy, when nobody gives you a chance. It's so easy, bro. It's so easy. You just have to put in like 10% effort, like opposed to when the onus is on you to take the initiative.
But I think they really played well. Their
Mm.
defense, especially the goalkeeper. I forgot his name. The Greek guy. I think he's Greek, right? The goalkeeper.
I think he is.
Yeah. So I think that guy really pulled off some blinders. Stopping Benzema in that form.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but I think we got unlucky. I think we really played well that game.
They have 6 points, eh? They have 6 points.
Yeah, against us and Shakhtar. They have 6 or 7.
6.
6. Okay.
6.
Okay. So, anyways, I thought we played better. Like we were the better team at the Bernabeu against them, and I think we really got unlucky. We should have won that game
We got
if we had man.
unlucky, but even then, man. See, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. That's why I rant about people missing open chances. Whether it be Militao, Vinicius, or Benzema, like we gotta be more clinical. And I hope Benzema can be his ruthless old self. Like his recent strikes has not been as clean as they usually are. Like, what do you guys think? Right? Like he looked.
I think it's the regular up and down of the season. I think
Yeah,
he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine.
it can be down to
But
that. Also, the international break and the
yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Actually, I was gonna say that like Benzema has played a lot actually this past few
Mm,
months. Actually, he's played a lot.
mm,
The Nations League, and then the
yeah,
World Cup qualifiers again, and the Champions League. Literally, he plays always for us. So actually, back to Mo's point about being unlucky. If I'm not mistaken, I think in the match, like Courtois had to make like also like 2 good saves. I think I can't
yeah,
recall exactly.
yeah.
So actually, I think it's about Sunaid's point, man. It's not about being unlucky. It's about making your luck, as you guys said earlier. Because sometimes the finish is only as bad as good. The finish is only as bad as good as the save it is. A bad
Yeah.
finishing leads to a wonderful save sometimes. This can be it as
Mm,
well. So we just need
mm.
to clear these chances because as you can see, actually, because the goal they scored, it was like a world class goal. Like what can Courtois do about that? It's just one
It
in
was one of those
1,000.
goals. It was one of those goals
Exactly.
that
It's just
always
one
the
of those
AI.
goals, man.
It
Yeah.
was one of those goals that the AI will always score against you in FIFA. Everybody who's played FIFA knows, you just
Yeah.
pull your hair out, but somehow the AI is going to score that goal. And it was
Yeah,
like as if
exactly.
AI was playing against Real Madrid, and they pulled that goal off.
But actually, I feel like we've learned our lesson, man. We're not gonna underrate these guys anymore. Like
Yeah,
we're
I think
gonna
the
go
team should
there
be
and get the
pumped up.
job done.
The team should be pumped up.
Yeah, exactly. The guys will want to show that was just a mistake somewhere. We just wanna, and again to wrap up, man. To just wrap up the qualification before we go to Inter, man.
Yeah, we definitely have to do that because
We have to
if
wrap
we,
this up before Inter.
We need just a draw for qualification.
I think we need to win.
No, I
Because
think we need a win because like Inter
We
are
need
on
to win, eh?
7 points, if I'm not mistaken, right? Inter are 7 points, right? And like Sheriff has 6, and we're 9.
Is it?
we are in, yeah.
So like
Okay.
we need like
So I was
like
in.
Yeah, I think Sheriff will are ahead of us on head to head if there's a tie.
yeah.
If we draw.
So we need a win to confirm our position.
What do you guys think about our team against Sheriff? What do you think our lineup should be?
I
Do
think
you
maybe
think?
there's gonna be a change with Rodrigo and Asensio this time around.
Do you guys think like would you start with Asensio or Rodrigo?
Actually,
I
I
would
personally would start with Asensio, but let's keep Asensio for the weekend against Sevilla. I think.
What do you
I
think,
would
Sunit?
start Rodrigo. Yeah.
Okay. And what do you guys think defensively?
Carvajal starts. we
Mhm.
needed. Mendy
The
starts.
thing, the thing, like, do you guys remember the game against Shakhtar? When the
Mm-hmm.
first game, Carlo, like, he changed the tactics and he had to sit back and ask
Yeah.
Shakhtar to attack us. I think that is the style of style of play that we're going to see against Sheriff again, because the
Mm.
last time they just sat back, did nothing, let us
Yeah.
bring the play to them, and then they scored.
Yeah.
I think this time Ancelotti is going to be like, okay, this is your home ground, you should attack us.
But I think
And
actually, like, I think Sheriff might not go for that, because
mhm,
like in the Shakhtar game, like you could feel like okay, Shakhtar was like quite a decent team, but like as
Mm-hmm.
Sunait said, like Sheriff are like just the underdogs, like 100% underdogs, and I don't think they will want to take the game to Real. Like they're just gonna do their thing, low
You
block,
never know,
wait.
man. It's your home crowd and whatnot. You know, they might eventually
But
have a go
man,
for you.
you're not playing Arsenal, man. You're playing Real Madrid, man.
Okay,
So
okay,
like,
I'm out.
well, honestly, I think the support even in their home stadium is going to be more for Real Madrid than for them, because I think a lot of fans are going to come from outside.
yeah.
Hey, did Sunet log out or something?
No, no, no,
Nah,
no.
I think
I was
it's
switching the
yeah,
mic on. My bad, my bad, my bad.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back.
Okay.
So yeah, it's of prime importance we get the job done tomorrow and
exactly.
avoid injuries as much as possible. We need everybody fit. Honestly, if it was me, I know we can't take Sheriff lightly as they have shown us before, but in midfield, I hope we can rotate somebody, either one of Cruz or Modric,
I
if
think
they can.
Modric will be
I think
rotated.
that's a good point. I think that's a good point.
By the
Mm.
way,
They
do
should
you guys
probably.
have any news on Valverde?
Yeah.
He won't make it.
From what I hear, he's going to be back for Sevilla over the weekend,
He'll be back for Sevilla, right?
yeah,
Mm.
So
but
let's
not
just
before that.
okay. So let's just assume like a Sociedad, Athletic Bilbao games, something like that.
Yeah,
You,
I think he
how
should he
cruel,
should be back.
how insensitive are you, Farouk, man? Like you asked just about Valverde. What about the Burger King? Huh? What about the Golf
Yeah,
King? What about the Arsenal King? Ceballos? You don't want to know about anybody. Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
The
We
only,
have got a
the only
like,
candidate.
other person I care about, man, is Gareth. We're gonna need him for the Champions League shifts, man. We need someone to put in a shift in the Champions League, man.
Who?
like
Gareth Bale.
Oh, Gareth Bale. I respect Bale out of all these guys. You know, he warrants every inch of respect. I
what do you
saw.
guys think about the Bale situation, the Bale injury situation?
Actually, I think on the previous episode I brought this up. Like, it's been unfair on us. Like, Gareth Bale has been injured for 3 months or 2 months, if I'm not mistaken. Let me not get the numbers wrong. And then he goes and he plays for Wales, and then he becomes injured again. Like, then what should we do? Like, literally, like, what should we do?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind of.
did you guys? There was an interesting point I read in Marca. I
Mhm.
think the FIFA is going to have to pay us if Bale is out for like 28 days. So FIFA is going to have to pay like a portion of his wages. I
They
think
have
it's like
like
20,
28K
20
euros or something, right?
it was
Like
like 25,500 euros.
Bale earns what, 500K per week
No. It's like 25,500 euros per day. So
per
we
day.
only have to
Oh,
we only have to cover like 6,000 euros.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
So
whole
they're going
lot
to.
of numbers. Anyway, the thing is, my point was, like, I love the guy, man. Bale gave me so many memories. I can't absolutely like slate him. But the thing is, it's Wales. It's a small country. He is their talisman. Like he needs to show up. Like I get it. It's a part of patriotism. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it negligence. You can call it Wales Golf Madrid. But deep down, I know he loves Madrid. Madrid made him the guy he is. Obviously, Tottenham. Let's not talk about it. But he would obviously want to reciprocate what the fans. I mean, what the club gave him. So it's been a mess. Yeah, that's my 2 cents.
I think the good thing is only 6 months are left. Like I respect Bale, but I think the way he's behaved is like slightly disappointing.
Yeah, he has put us down
Yeah.
when he shouldn't have.
Yeah,
And I
man,
think
he's one of the guys who just needs to exit, man. Like we need to move past these guys.
Yeah.
like in these games against Sheriff and the upcoming busy count, I was like, at least Bale is going to be back, so we're going to have some bodies. But this guy gets injured again, and now we're
I hope you know what the perfect season would be. Like it's his obviously his last year, like Isco and many others, Marcelo. I hope we win the Champions League, man. It's a far fetch. The odds might be crazy low, but if we do it and Bale and these guys put up a show towards the latter stages, that would be something good. I really hope.
there's a funny stat. Every season that Bale has started the season with us, because like I think
Hmm.
2013-14 he didn't start the season with us, but rest of the seasons, whenever Bale scores the first goal for Real Madrid season, Real Madrid wins the
Hmm.
Champions League. So he's done this three
Oh
times.
my
We have the
God. I remember
yeah,
his goal at Anoeta, and then we won the
yeah,
Champions League. Oh my
yes.
God, I remember. I
So,
remember.
but sorry to disappoint you, but this season Bale didn't score the first goal, so
Okay,
we're
fuck you,
probably
man.
not winning the Champions League.
But
Okay,
to break the jinx, also like Bale didn't score the first goal also in the 2014 under Ancelotti, right?
yeah, but he didn't start the season with us.
Ah, yeah, that's true. So he joined in the
Yeah.
that's true.
He's
I think
only
I
okay.
remember.
started.
So I think to end, we can just give our predictions for the Sheriff game, and then we can wrap up.
3-1. 3-1.
3-1 Real Madrid.
Yeah.
You
What do you
on
think?
Real Madrid? Not Sheriff, bro. I thought you were gonna select Sheriff as the victors.
Yeah.
You
Sort
can never
of.
put it past Tuned, huh?
3-1,
What do you
Uh,
think,
guys. What do
Farooq?
you guys think?
okay, I'm going for a 2-0, man.
Yeah, I
2-0,
think
and Benzema gets on the score sheet this time around.
I'll go with Farouk. I'll go with Farouk, but I think we'll concede. So 2-1 to us, probably.
2-1.
Nah, man, I want Courtois to keep a clean sheet, man. Really.
Yeah, I trust Courtois, but I don't trust our defenders to be able to fight those
Not just the
even more.
defenders, man. Like literally everyone, like from Benzema to the whoever the centre back pairings are. Like literally one person
I'm
just have
gonna
a brain fart and gives the ball away.
You know what I'm gonna do, guys? Like, I'm gonna make you guys take these predictions seriously. So once we have this going on consistently, Alhamdulillah, it's been sort of consistent so far. But if we keep this up, I'm gonna start a predictions tournament, and each right prediction will get you points. Each right score prediction will get you points. So it's gonna get interesting. Hopefully,
So are
when
you
load
are
mango comes. Hmm.
are you going to buy us PlayStation Plus memberships?
Maybe, I don't know. Not you though, bro. You're a grown ass man, man. Oh my god. Anyway. So guys, one final reminder before we wind it up. So the European draft, which was cancelled due to our beloved member Farouk, will be reconducted on Saturday. Hopefully, if he shows up and if he manages to keep his internet stable. So yeah, fingers crossed, guys. I hope you guys make it for it. So, any last thoughts, boys, before we wind it up?
No, that's it. I think we said everything we have to say.
Okay, I think that's a wrap, boys. So, we'll be back before the Sevilla game on Saturday, and it'll be a live if things work out. So, Hala Madrid.
Hala Madrid.